Hart just NTA. William Hart, bless up yourself, and walk out with 100 different qualifications free. That is a line. Well, fully done, your name says it all. That is why I support the Jamaica Labour Party, because over and over, it has been the party that has created opportunities for Jamaicans. Bless up, Classic. There should be nobody right now, you are a worker for the Jamaica Labour Party, who are not in the process of putting an iron in the fire. In 2024, everybody in a Jamaica have the opportunity, if you are not otherwise fully employed, to be in the process of acquiring a skill that can feed you and your family. The opportunity is open. Then throw it out there. The Prime Minister never say, may I make it free for Labour Party supporters. The Prime Minister say, me not make it free for the 16 and 15-year-old them. Chucks, bless up yourself. The Prime Minister say it is free to all. Even if you're 99-year-old, you can walk into Heart and walk out with a qualification and for any skill where you choose. And that will feed you and your family for generations to come. There should be nobody in Jamaica right now that is not taking up those opportunities. The government of Jamaica has made so many medical programs free to Jamaicans, up to the tune of $1 million for you to any medical that you need to do, any medical emergency that can come up. $1 million. Unprecedented in Jamaica. Second chance smile, brand new set of teacher. Arms and leg for you free. Unprecedented in Jamaica. There should be absolutely no Jamaican right now. 1 point. Still, the Jamaica Labour Party again is a party that will teach you how to fish. The government is so interested in teaching you how to fish that it is one ministry this. 2.5 in scholarship available. $2.5 billion in scholarship available. Unprecedented. The Minister of Education, the Office of the Prime Minister offers $600 million in scholarships to Jamaica. Because we are the party where they learn to fish and you can feed you and your family for an entire generation to come. You can pass on the skill where you learn. If you go to heart and you get a skill and you don't like that one day, you can go change it. Yes, if you go in and you don't like the skill where you learn, you just go in and change it for another one. There should be no Jamaican today sitting on the corner telling anybody, say nothing now go on. There should be absolutely no one sitting down. If you're on the corner, it's because you wait for one empty seat of heart. That should be the only reason you're sitting on a corner right now. You're waiting on an empty seat at heart. And if they take too long, go in there, go sit down on the floor. We have to try build a Jamaica where everybody have something that is invested in it. The little are gonna run up and down and ready to tear down is because them not have nothing invested in a Jamaica. Them don't even own a spoon. Yeah, but them not have nothing invested here. That is the reason why you see Mark Golden can run around and do his best to tear it down. Because him not have nothing invested here, so. Lose. The Jamaica Labour Party has spent millions of dollars recruiting members to the JCF and JDF. They have spent millions making sure the salary of those people are at an acceptable level. Fundamentally, to keep them poor, that is it. And William, that is why we are having a hard time now to reprogram the mindset of these people. Me people, tap up the screen, share the live, tell a friend, bring a friend. We are trying to reprogram the mindset of these people to make them know, say, sitting down pan corner and waiting for the dance to come, and wait. Waiting on the party to come and give a thing. Those days gone. What we are creating now is an opportunity for everybody put one iron in the fire. Every party worker, every worker at the Jamaica Labour Party right now, in line at heart. Your children must be the first in line to apply for all of the scholarship them with about. You must be the first application we are going for every single thing where the party offer. Because you know, say, the party where you support is a party where we only give you the line and the bait and point you in the direction of the sea. I don't expect people who say, and I use the word loosely, who say them a Labour Party supporter, to sit down right now, I wonder how me not get nothing. I know that are the party where you support. The party where you support try to give you something when nobody can take from you. And that is a skill. Yes, that is what we try to put in your head. Something when no one can take from you. Something where a change of government can't affect. Same way. Something that a change of government cannot affect. Even if the government change, you can't then take the skill from you. And people are sitting down every day complete. Tell me one time in the history of this country where the People's National Party as a government ever make so much opportunity available. Right? Tell me when any government has ever make so much opportunities available to the people of Jamaica. And these opportunities are not exclusively for labor right, but we should be the first in line. They are not exclusively offered to Labour Party supporters, they are for all Jamaicans. But the Labour rights, the believers in the party philosophy, should be the first in line. And who can't find the line? We have the members of parliament, we have the members of parliament caretakers, we have councillor caretaker who's supposed to have in the line. Who's supposed to align them up to take the opportunity? Who's supposed to farm when them can't do it themselves? When my party worker come to you and say, boy, me need help with in that direction of all the government set up benefits every single Jamaican. But the labor right, them should be the first in line because guess what? I push opportunities. And we are the party where say hands up instead of hand out. Again, we are the party where say hands up, not hand out. And we have people PMPism in a green sitting down enabling PMPism in a green shirt. I sit here and I tell you every day, I work, I pound the pavement, I make phone call, I dey online, and all of this. All right. I have all of this. I do it for the Labour Party, and I never go up a Belmont Road and say, me I beg you no one credit yet. Because this is something where me believe in it to my heart. Me believe, say once the Jamaica Labour Party remains in power, Jamaica, the place where me love, will be for me, my children, and my grandchildren. And I say it every day that my children, because of the work where you see me sit down here right now, will inherit a better Jamaica than I did. I inherited a Jamaica that was riddled with debt, riddled with crime, riddled with corruption. And I can now say that I support a party that has completed an entire term in government without one single act of corruption. That is a change. Thank you, William. And we have to pound the pavement. We have to pound the pavement because guess what? Guess what? It now go win so easy. We have whole heap of people out there what we spend 8 years repairing. And them are competing. And them are growing and them are sow all kind of seed. But I sit here every day and I am doing my part to ensure that term is set The third term and the fourth term is set. Because at the end of it, Jamaica will look so different than at the end of 2007. Right? I say it, let me repeat it. My generation inherited a broken country. The People's National Party took a murder rate of 430 and turned it into 1,680. The People's National Party have what, 86% and turned it into 140%. Those are the same people coming back to tell us how to manage debt, how to solve crime, how to run a country, when they have never ever proven as a party. Sorry, may I always say that, but let me rephrase it. Since 1972, they have never proven that as a party, them know how to run a country. Never. But yet, them are the one come now and point out everything. Me did mash on the fence and you not build it up right. Me did mash on the police station and you not build it up right. Of government. 2 years. 2 years of which was spent maneuvering one of the worst crises the world have seen in 100 years. The worst crisis the world have seen in 100 years. And we got through it. Not one single public sector worker was laid off. Every public sector worker has got their pay. Right? Every public sector worker has got them pay. And the Jamaica Labour Party during those turbulent times did not introduce one single dollar of new taxes. Yet, during those 8 years, under construction 4 hospitals, 3 major road projects, 7 vessels for the Coast Guard, over 1,000 vehicles for the JCF, the largest salary increase in the history of our public sector, all without one single dollar of new tax. Compared to a government led us for 18 years. 18 are the most prosperous years the world has ever seen. No natural disaster, no outside shock. 16 years, 60 tax, and not one new hospital for show feet, not one new school for show feet, not one new police station for show feet. Right? Not one new police station for show feet. Not one, right? But yet, people come in here and tell you, say, people want you to believe, say, is the government that is the one that is corrupt. The government that is spending your tax dollars in front of your eyes, that is building hospital, building road, restocking the military, restocking the stations. That is the one people tell us are corrupt. But the one we tax the Jamaican people for 16 years with nothing, no development to show for it. Are the people coming back? DJ Steele sitting at the corner over there, so I soon come to you. I soon come to you, DJ Steele. Just sit in the corner over there patiently. When I got like we talk, cause me not in the Hebrew. Just sit in the corner and we talk. Cause me not afraid of you know. Me not afraid of you. So just sit in the corner quietly and I will get to you shortly. Right? So, as I say, the government will tax the Jamaican people new and increased taxes for 16 out of 18 years. And have the worst crime rate, the worst at a police station, hospitals, schools. Is the government that the same them do something wrong? Oh, look what Andrew do. Oh, look. Because all them can talk about is my party leader, my prime minister. And them have nobody over there that can walk near him shoes, much less in a hit. Not one of them over there can walk close to Andrew Wellness shoes. Much less say, oh, make me walk in his shoes. No. Still, Mr. Sit in the corner and wait, no man. Why you don't speak so disruptive when you come in a class and hear good teaching and go on? Sit in the corner, DJ school and DJ Steele and wait your turn. You're not too goddamn disruptive when you come to school, man. You're not too disruptive when you come to school, man. Sit in the blasted corner and learn. I would give you a note. The day has made the largest investment in our infrastructure. The largest investment in our infrastructure, let me skip our infrastructure, in our national security. The largest. DJ Steele say, which part crime there? Let me speak on crime, Mr. DJ Steele. The People's National Party government in 1989 inherited a murder rate of 430. Come here so come tell me say me a lie. Come here so come tell me say me a lie. The government in 1989, the PMP inherited a crime rate of 430. When they hand it over back in 2007, the murder rate was as high as 1,600. 1,650, if I'm not mistaken, was as high as it got to. Now, DJ Steele, he never jumped from 800, from 400 to 1,600 overnight.
One of 5 profiles.
Right? He never jumped that way overnight. It took some time to climb up there. And it got take some time to come down. Yeah? He never jumped from what? From 1989 and then 1990 to 1,600. No. And crawl up there. Presently, government a make. Karen Henry sit down over the corner beside DJ Steele. Stop disrupt the class. Because of the investment of the government I make. Last year, murders was down 8%. That has gone to the Jamaica Murder was down 8% for 2023. So far in 2024, we are down 19%. 19% in 2024. So year to date for the last 2 years, we've had a reduction of what I call percent. Thereabout. Let's run it off at 25%. Now, if it continues to trend down like this, within the next 3 years, we're going to get back to post 1989 level. Now, 430 it's still high. DJ still sit in the corner because there's no question where you can ask me where the PMP are going to come out looking good. None of them you can ask where the PMP are for everything for you, DJ Steel. You ask a question in 1-1. There is absolutely no sector foreign investment, whether it be tourism, whether it be economic, whether it be health, whether it be education. There is absolutely no sector where the PMP outdo the JLP when it comes to managing it. None. If you want to know how guns come to Jamaica, ask about the Brigadista program, where Michael Manley sent 1,600 young men left there go Cuba, go learn to fire gun, pull down gun, ambush motorcade, spread pop, compound people, TikTok platform, come ask fuck with question. Ask about that if you want to know how it come. But as me say, sit down in the corner, and your time yet. And your time yet. The largest ever investment in security is happening today under the Jamaica Labour Party. When we took over, the numbers in 1,000. Thanks to the recruitment process and certain measures that were implemented, including the salary, have more than double that number right now and still recouping. You see the problem we have with you now is that you're not sitting down quietly in the corner as I instructed you to. Right? You're not sitting down quietly in the corner as I instructed you to. So I have to go force you. The Jamaica Labour Party today sit as the party that is more serious about dealing with crimes and criminality than any other party. And how do we know that? Because the Labour Party has never paraded a bunch of criminals at its conference. The Jamaica Labour Party has never put up a 2-time convicted drug dan to run as an MP. To put a man who was in violation of your own laws to run is something different. Right? How is it? How is it that we are to sit down and take them as a viable opposition easy when them have a period where them paraded what them have on stage? A madman, a drug dealer, a murderer, a separatist leader who is now presently hiding firearms. in his place. I am not one to shut down dissenting voice. I like the debate. Right? But when I tell you to sit at the back of the class and wait your turn, I mean to sit at the back of the class and wait your turn. Now, don't worry. I will go back soon and unmute DJ Steel because in time soon come. But now, as I say, I want anybody tell me one sector of the economy, one sector where the Jamaica Labour, where the PMP can outshine the Labour Party. Name one. Name one. They have never done better on crime. They have never done better on the economy. They have never done better on never done better in nothing what you think of. They are lagging behind the Jamaica Labour Party. The only sector in a Jamaica where the PMP can claim paternity for is crime. They are the leader in that and they will always be the leader. They lead in that department and they will always lead in that department. I'm there one of them to come and tell me say me I tell lie. Right? As me say, every one of them what you see them come here all the while and then try to ask question. Oh, we are asking. Tax I got cut. Mr. Clappit, let me say this to you. The Jamaica Labour Party has reduced taxes many times since taking office. Which part speaking about? Where is the fact tax ban? Because these are your better question, you know. Working people income. Jamaica Labour Party has raised the income tax threshold twice since taking office. 2 times in office, the Jamaica Labour Party has raised the income tax threshold. Well on, Philip, you're not time yet. 2 times. I don't understand what more. No, Philip, she cannot no mute them, man. They come ask them foolish question, man. You have to embarrass them when they ask them for foolish. The Jamaica has increased the income tax threshold twice. Office. Cut. Mr. Clappit, the Jamaica Labour Party has cut taxes to Jamaican people twice. I don't understand what you're asking. What exactly are you asking? The income tax just only took office was 590,000. It is now 1.7 million. GCT was 16.5%. It is now 15. And those are just what affect regular people. When you clap it, when you clap, let me tell this to you. The Jamaica Labour, I said it earlier, and I want you to understand me. May I talk to you now specifically, you need clap it. Let me talk to you specifically, because I need you to understand. Cut 10 to 15, me not understand. You mean cut from 10 to 15 or cut from 15 to 10? Let me talk to you now. Either. The Jamaica Labour Party has been as I said earlier, we inherited a debt-ridden country. And the first move of this government was to remove the albatross of debt from around we neck. Right? Is to remove debt from around we neck. You hear us speak every day about the debt to GDP. And I've said it on more than one occasion that when at the end of this financial year, our debt to GDP will fall below 70% for the first time in about 30 years. About 68%. The difference between where they know what 72 point something and 68 are going to be around about 4%. That are going to mean say Jamaica government has another 4% our budget to spend locally. We can fix more road, build more school, better increase that high debt prevent Jamaica from doing over the years. And people need to understand that high debt have consequences, even if you run your house. Even if you run your house and you have to use too much of your salary to pay your debt, it will go stop you from achieving what you want to achieve in your household. Yeah? So, yes. Well, here you go, Mr. Man. I tell you, say, I know why you have two fingers up, you know. Because, yeah, do the right thing. Put him in the back of the class. So the more space the government can create in the budget is the more money the government have to spend locally. That is why when the Prime Minister say, don't listen to people promise unless them can tell you how them are going to fund it. No man, clap it down so like, eh? Take off this blood clot that half of me sitting. Hey, Philippe, mute him. In fact, block him. Block him, because that man is obviously a blood clot idiot. Me done with you. Me done with you. Block him for me. You know make no sense. You're just fucking idiot. Me tap deal with you. Me pay. Hey, listen to me. Before me come on this as one labor right, me did that cuss, you know. So do not if me cuss labor right today, imagine me do to PMP. Only nobody will be this evening. The more space the government can create is the more money there is to spread locally. That is why we have to try our best to live within our means. We have to make the economy grow and manage itself and pay for what we want to do. Remember now, the PMP has never shown any ability. Right? The PMP has never shown ability to grow the economy of this country. Never. They have never shown that ability. I found that video this morning. It was a 2000. It was a 2007 interview with. It was a 2007. I think I downloaded it. Let me find it. It was a 2000 political debate between Adley Shah and
The JLP's explanation
I want to listen to
how
this.
they would fund their budget. And so I'm gonna ask you, if the manifesto that the JLP provided, if that was provided by you word for word, promise by promise, what would a government have to do? Outline to me what a government would have to do to fund. Well,
This is Omar Davis talking.
You'd have to come with the most math. You'd have to go around cap in hand and increase the depth. But any of those combinations.
All right, let me pause that. That's all. I don't know if you're not hearing it clearly. Now, the question was asked of Omar Davis about the Jamaica Labour Party 2007 manifesto. How would he fund it? And he said there's only 4 things you can do for fund a budget. Well, I come back to it. But I want to point out something. So him say it's only 4 things you can do. And he never mentioned growing the economy as them. Now we continue now. He never mentioned the ability to grow the economy as one.
Unless you can be guaranteed that someone is going to forgive a great deal of debt. Implies a major increase in the deficit. I've done the basic calculations. I've used all these commitments in the budget debate, and I've used Mr. Golin's commitments in the budget debate, and I gave a figure then of over $16 billion. But they have made more commitments as they're gone. And what worries me is that the campaign isn't over. Why does it worry me? Not just the fact that they're taking the Jamaican public for a ride, but there are people abroad who may take them seriously. I know we do. But there are people abroad who may say, if you're going to have this additional debt, how will you service that debt? And that's one of the major problems which we face in this campaign. And I'm giving all the opportunity. Thank you, to these false claims. You know, when I
Listen to Audley now.
I realize that the only thing that is worse than his arrogance is the state of the economy of Jamaica. I don't think that's worse. The only thing that's worse. Because the fact is that I could not understand that the country that has grown by 28% since 1989, cumulatively, while countries in this region, Trinidad has grown by 104%, St. Kitts, Antigua, Barbados, to earn and invest.
You see? So you see the idea now? The way the man say? We cannot borrow and tax. We have to earn and invest. Right? So the idea said the PMP no have no clue as how to grow an economy. I know me say it. I know me have the ability. That was the finance minister says only 4 ways them know before a budget. Tax, beg, borrow, or beg again. Tax, beg, borrow, or beg again. The Jamaica Labour Party since 2016 has taken on the task of growing the economy and use the economy to grow to fund the country. And we say hand up, not hands out. That is why we are giving every single Jamaican to put an iron in the fire. If you don't have an iron in the fire, you will not be able to feel the heat. So for all of the people who used to sit down every day and complain and a ball, oh, nothing and go on, put an iron in the fire and make something go on for you. The opportunities are, they were created especially for you. They were not created on any partisan basis. Created for Jamaicans. Stop make people we mash up the country tell you no say nothing na go on in it. Right? Stop make people who no have a clue how to operate a country, how to run a house, how to even run one party shop. Tell you no say nothing na go on in the country. Jamaica today sits in the best position it has been under the PMP government. We have 18 years of being poised to take off. Chaps, you're supposed to remember that statement there. Every year we were poised to take off. And Jamaica has been an eagle living amongst the chickens. Yeah? Jamaica eagle living amongst the chicken for 18 years under the PMP, and under this Jamaica Labour Party government, we are finally looking in the mirror and realize, but shit, all this time. But we did sit down with PMP, is convinced us that we are chicken. And they are still doing it every day, going around telling the young man in Panicana, say, "Oh no, a chicken man, oh no, ever." And that is dangerous. Get an iron put at the fire. That is all me I tell you nothing though. The opportunities are there. The opportunities are government not hide them from nobody. The government of the day is not hiding the opportunities them from nobody. They are not being created in a vacuum. When the government say $0.5 billion for scholarship, they wasn't created in a vacuum. It was made available to everyone. And the government say hard just NTA free up to level 4. In fact, we'll pay you to go. It was available to every Jamaican. Now, what's his name was asking about reducing taxes? This government has made more reduction in taxes than any other government, any other administration in history. We have a visionary leader. Visionary. And it's only if you understand what is development. We are going in Jamaica and play something. We are not play a thing. We are developing, we are country from scratch. One that's up at 18 and a half years of neglect. And we are in place. Active duty. You may raise your hand and ask a question now. It seems like you have a question. Come on, active duty. Your turn now. Let me give you 5 minutes. Your question, active duty. What is your question? What is your question, Mr. Active Duty? Yes, Face, I agree. And we say hand up, not hand out. What is your question, Active Duty? What is the correction you have to anything I've said? What? Where's the lie that I have told? Anything? What? Come now, you're there, deep side. Your time. May I give you 2 minutes of fame? What is it? Come on, man. I am offering you 2 minutes of fame. All right, there you go, Active Duty. So keep quiet. You have lots of persons where you see, they will come on social media and them read out and ball out and them full of them lies, them full of them innuendos, them half truth. But majority of them story cannot stand up to scrutiny. Right? And that is why even here, them come on my platform right here, and all of them is willing to type anything in the chat, say, come up and make me have a conversation. And them run gone. Come up and let's have a conversation and run gone. But I support the Jamaica Labour Party. I have no need to come up here and tell anybody a lie. Because guess what? Everything that I have said can be easily verified. And I encourage it. I encourage people every day. Don't take Chuck Finley word for it. Go out there, check if he's telling you a lie. And if you find that he's lying to you, come back here and call him a liar. In fact, a couple of weeks ago, someone took up the challenge. And he said to me, before I continue the conversation, I am going to do some research and get back to you. My assessment is that he went to do the research and he did not like what he found. Gentle people, those within my earshot, Jamaica right now, perfect. It is not perfect. We have issues in almost every sector. But we are working on that. But we have to fix it. The hospital, them never run down overnight. And it come back. Oh, I never remember saying it come back. We have to fix them. Now, the People's National Party and them surrogates will be on here tell you every day. Hospital and me can't get no bed. That is because them in the hospital full. It's not that there is no bed, the bed them just full. When we say we are going to fix a problem, look who just joined. Good afternoon, Dolphin Squid. When we say we are going to fix a problem, we fix it. Buying bed is not the answer to the problem in the health service right now. We have bed. What we run out of in Jamaica is bed space. So, as come to the PMP, you're going to just buy some bed. We are going to take some picture of some bed that come in. And, oh my, this thing. But guess what? We still not going to know where we put them. So guess how we solve the problem? How the Jamaica Labour Party solve the problem? We are constructing 4 brand new hospitals. 4 of them. That will give us the space to add more beds because we can't put bed on the outside. Yes. So when they go to the hospital and there's it's not that there's no bed. PS. So the permanent solution, not a band-aid over gushing wounds. And I can tell you this. The PMP solution, of course, as I said, would have been to order a couple of beds. Never order them. Beg some beds. Some beds. If somebody donate 50 beds to the Kingston Public Hospital, the People's National Party government, the same 50 bed go down a Montego Bay. Take some pictures. Can them go carry and them would have transport them 50 bed, they go all over the island. I take then them I go donate one to everywhere. You know why? Because the PMP know that there is a difference between shortage of bed and shortage of bed space. But what they would have want is a chance to swindle some money. And say, boy, we are buy some bed, that cost us billions. No. Them days are done in a Jamaica. Will be permanently dealt with. We say road bad, the government says Sparks program. Sparks are going to fix every road. The government learned something else because that's what we do. We fix Sparks. Next election for the Jamaica Labour Party, is about fixing Jamaica. That is what we're about. And unless we can get Jamaica in our stage where we can stand up and we won, then we would have wasted another generation. We would have wasted our next generation. I said it before and I'll say it again. And I want the people up in my age group. I'm not telling them my age group, but we got a broken Jamaica. Yeah? The Jamaican where we get broke down, riddled with debt. We have an albatross of debt around our neck. We have the albatross of debt around our neck where we couldn't afford to do nothing. If Jamaica needed to fix a road, we have to seek a loan. If the school them want to pencil, we have to get a loan. That is the Jamaica and the People's National Party. The Jamaica under the Jamaica Labour Party now is a Jamaica wherein hurricane pass through, we go in our own pocket and spend our own money. Road bad, we go in our own pocket and spend our own money. Hospitals to be built, we go in our own pocket and spend our own money. And as me say, come next year, there will be more space. So I am sure the government will take steps to return that little part of the budget where we are going to save back next year to the Jamaican people, because that's what we have been proving to do over the years. When there's room to give back something, we give it back. Right? It is my wish that come next year, when we make probably another 4% of the budget available for local, that the government will look into have to get
Screen.
right.
It's new on Netflix, but her volume 21.
Right? We will look into returning that 4% to the Jamaican people again. Yes, man, I remember that with Trigger. When they ship them out at sea, then call and ask, so the money stay. And then they get a good answer, then turn back. People don't know, that under the People's National Party, the Jamaica Constabulary Force could not get equipment to buy from the regular source. We were blocked in the international ammunition market. Jamaica was blacklisted. We couldn't get bullets for the Jamaica Defense Constabulary Force because of the management of the People's National Party. I am again going to play George Davis from the other morning, where he was speaking about the underlying damage of FinSac, where we don't talk about often enough. And I am playing this because we believe that people need to listen to it.
We stopped. All right. George, I feel compelled to mention something because of what is current at this time. Why is it that when we speak to the FinSac episode only of the economic fallout, President all on it totally disregard the social ramifications of that horrible episode in our history? We also tend to speak about the banks that failed. However, it was more than that, as over 40,000 businesses were destroyed. Imagine for a minute that if each of those businesses employed only one person, then that's still a lot of people who would have been hurt. The commercial, manufacturing, agricultural sectors, etc., were all marred by the economic upheaval of the time, not just banks. I remember an earlier episode of the Susan Show where she interviewed the owner of Reggae Sunsplash. When she asked him what happened, he indicated that the festival was doing so well that he wanted to expand the product. That was the death of them, as they were finsacked, and the festival was no more. Many persons say heard many years ago, so why speak as if it is now? But I say you cannot ignore the social ramifications which impact us even to this day. I was a young adult in 1997, 1998, and I remember so well how the murder rate started inching up as the economic rug was pulled from under us. We have not looked back since. It is hard to separate the FinSac episode from the high interest rate policy of the time, as the latter contributed directly to the former. As was the transfer of wealth from the poor to the rich since slavery. The fallout didn't occur in a vacuum in 1997. It was preceded by a rapidly growing inflationary period. We ended the 80s with an exchange rate of $5.50 Jamaican to $1, and every year the rate moved rapidly, making it difficult to make business decisions. As times got increasingly harder, you got more and more crime. I would encourage you to get an old copy of the newspapers and compare our murder rate in the 90s to what it was in the 80s, and you'd see that the difference in a relatively short period of time was stark. Compare also the cost of housing, as many large homes in middle-class neighborhoods like Mona, Havendale, Meadowbrook, Hope Pastures, etc., could be had for less than $50,000. Go ahead and check a Gleaner classified in the late 1980s. I remember exploring the idea of buying a house and asking a developer why the cost of housing was so prohibitive, and he told me that it was due to the cost of money. Interest rates were just too high. Now we're asking ourselves why people not having children, but if you have them, where are you going to house them? Anyway, I digressed a little, as I'm trying to show how the period of the 90s has to this day. As more and more Jamaicans found themselves outside of the formal economy due to the precipitous closure of thousands of businesses, the informal economy grew. Some persons became higglers. Of what it was like prior to that period was that we never had so many persons selling on the roads, as the manufacturing sector, including factories in the free zone, etc., absorbed many of our unskilled workers. There was even a song released that spoke to it. Cost of living getting higher, more seller than buyer. Other former employees decided to put car up on the road with their redundancy money. And this, of course, is when the indisciplined driving was heightened. These PP drivers were nothing more than hustlers on the road. Unfortunately, some who were laid off took to illicit activities, especially the drug trade, and became drug mules in their attempts to smuggle drugs to the United States. At that time, practically every week, an Air Jamaica plane was seized and the airline had to pay thousands of US dollars to retrieve it when drugs were discovered on a plane near Jamaica. The productive economy was in a slump because it was easier to invest in high interest bearing government paper. Less production meant that we had to import more to meet our basic needs, consequently pushing up our import bill and putting more and more pressure on our foreign exchange. The slump in the formal economy meant that the government was taking in less revenue, so borrowing was the order of the day, and it did so by selling high interest by selling high interest bearing government paper on the local to survive. This pushed interest rates up even further, and our domestic debt was higher than our international debt. Less tax revenues also meant the government had to introduce new taxes just to keep the economy afloat, and each year, every impending budget presentation by the finance minister, Dr. Omar Davis, was met with trepidation as more and more businesses and consumers struggled to survive. When you have a situation where the informal economy is growing faster than the formal economy, you are going to have crime and you are courting trouble, especially if persons are engaged in illicit activities, as is currently the case with scamming. To date, we are unable to turn back the clock on crime, especially murders. Some persons who were laid off went abroad to work, and some left their children, who were now barrel children or money transfer children. That in of itself was another bag of issues. Another social consequence was that there was a high rate of divorce among FinSac people and their spouses. There were suicides. Persons were thrown out of their homes. Some were now homeless, and overall, there was a sense of hopelessness among the entrepreneurial class. The middle class was essentially eroded. FinSac and its mother, the high interest rate policy, was more than just banks failing. It represented the destruction of many lives, and the aftermath, the social ramifications, have borne children, and that is what this senior.
You're right, yes. The PMP would like us to act like that never happened. Me say one guy when named PMP Blood come a while ago and say talk about the thief in Prime Minister, thief taxpayers' money. But I would love for you to do PMP Blood is to come, don't hide, just come now. And tell me and my listeners them, where Andrew Michael Holness thief $1 at taxpayers' money. I would love for you to come and teach us. Because we like to learn on this platform, you know. We pride ourselves on giving out information. And I sit here every day and I tell these people that Andrew Holness is the most honest prime minister we've ever had. So PMP Blood, I would invite you to come now. Enlighten us as to what I am missing. That is my invite. Let me see if you're gonna take it up. Let me test if you're gonna take it up. Come. You type in the chat. Come. Because remember, you know, I can prove where Mark Golding has swindled our taxpayers' money. I have that is documented. The contractor general call it a sweetheart deal. Me call it swindling. So you type it there. Anytime you challenge them, come ready to come with evidence, they run Gantarati. Me tell you, at the biggest waste of time them have, you know. They are really waste of time. The PMP would love for us to brush over those times. They brush over the 90s and pretend they never happened. The truth is we can never do that. We can't do that. We always have to talk about what happened because guess what? It matters. It affects us up to this day. Investment confidence in Jamaica is still winning because of that. When we come out of an era that the government between 1980 and 1989 was creating some 30,000 jobs a year. Yes, the government at that time was creating some 30,000 a year. And we then jump into an era where 44,000 business locked down. Those same business where the government and the Jamaica Labour Party would have make loans available for people to start. When the government of the day was returning the entrepreneurial spirit that was chased out by the Michael Manley government. When Michael get up and tell the business class 5 flights a day, if you don't like what me I do, leave. It was left up to the Jamaica Labour Party to bring back those people and give other people the opportunity to invest, to start business. We brought back and we bring back growth to the economy. In comes again the PMP with them promise. The difference is that this time when they came back, unlike Michael Manley did in the 70s when he gave the business class the opportunity to leave, this time that was not made available to them. This time the People's National Party was back with a vengeance. And they would have targeted majority of the business that in their mind was too friendly to Siaga. In their mind, the business them they too friendly to Siaga. So they went on a mission to I said it earlier that FinSac. But just see Hugh Richards walk in. And him will tell you, say, no, FinSac was the solution. The circumstances that led to the creation of FinSac was no accident. People that were sitting at the table saw it coming. Put themselves in a position to benefit from it. And benefit they did to the tunes of millions, billions of dollars. What was happening to the Jamaican people at the time was of zero concern to them. What was happening to the Jamaica business that was folding up, the people that was analyzing themselves, was of zero concern. That matters was what was going into their pocket and looking at their bank account and looking at their assets. Miss Baker, a victim of FinSac, said they were keeping title party where them home and have people land title a wave round. I wonder who are going to get it, who are going to get it. That was the government, that was the people. The government of the day would have changed the rules. They would have changed financial rules to allow an overseas debt collecting agency to wreak havoc. Yes. Yes, Trigger. That is it. It was used to enrich themselves. They changed the rule, local finances, to allow an agency from Texas to come out here and wreak havoc. That is what would come and return the assets to the local business. FinSac was the wolf in sheep clothing. Then dress it up as help, but it come wicked. Yes, them dress up FinSac as help, but it come wicked. It come and it take people things, and even though people were trying to reacquire them assets, they were never given the chance to. Mr. Meshach Willis told us church that he attended offered to pay up his loan so he could stay. If it was about collecting outstanding money, wouldn't an offer to pay back the loan, let me pay up Mr. Meshach Willis' loan so he can keep him house. If it was about collecting outstanding money, Meshach Willis would have still have him house today. Miss Baker would have still have fair house today because Miss Baker told us that my sister-in-law overseas offered to buy my house for far more than what it was being auctioned for. That was refused. Yes, but all the debts. When things that grab and then a pile, and group of local businessmen assets that things that own. We'll give you asset and we'll get a local group of businessmen try to do that. That offer was refused. All the assets were then sold to a debt collection agency that was registered in Texas for 8 cents on the dollar. Not 80 cents, you know, don't mishear me. 8 cents. They were basically given away. And to this day, I am convinced, I have no evidence to support it, but if you ask me, I would tell you that I believe that Marky G and Peter are shareholders in that company. The Omar and PG. In 1998, the government of the day introduced wage freeze into the public sector. While they were introducing wage freeze, taxes was going up same way. New taxes was being added. So while them say wage free, they were adding new tax and they were raising existing tax. The Jamaica Labour for the last 8 years has not introduced one single dollar of new tax and have given the public sector the largest increase it has ever in the history of Jamaica. Again, I will say there is absolutely no comparison between the two government, between the two parties. Only one party, Jamaica, has proven willing to take care of Jamaica and Jamaicans. One. And we have the envy record of being the party that has always approached the people of Jamaica with honesty. And that will not change. It was Andrew Michael Holness who realized the situation we were in, went to Washington, who would have sat down with the multilaterals with Bruce Golding and be given the plain truth about our situation, would have came back and said, listen, Jamaican, we have some bitter medicine to swallow. We have some bitter medicine to swallow, but we have to do it if we want to fix the country. Jamaicans at the time rejected the honesty of the bitter medicine. Because the PMP said, Jeep, the solution to all the problem, Jeep, bolo work, Jeep, crash program, Jeep. In the end, Jeep could never get off the ground. And it was the very same PMP that administer bitter medicine. The very same people that were cause and go on bad did have to administer the bitter medicine. Andrew Michael Holness. You would have heard two persons speak of the conversation they had with him as a young man when he was, again, just dreaming of when his time come to leave Jamaica, what he would do. Tell you now that Andrew, him a no fake. A long time him a plan this. Long time I plan this. A long time him a say, listen to me, we are going to build this. I remember Bruce Golding did say, him a go build and fix Jamaica so that nobody will be able to tear it down again. Right? Him never get the chance. Because the PMP, they went after him with a vengeance. And the same vengeance when they go after Bruce Golding with, them double that in going after Andrew. They have doubled, probably tripled that effort to destroy Andrew Holness. Active youth, me ask a question, I say, what is your question where you have, you know? But you know, like, boy, hey, listen to me, William. May I look out for see what go happen in St. Thomas, you know? May I look out for see little what happen in St. Thomas. The family forgotten parish that we are now breathing life into. Right? But may I look out for see what go happen in St. Thomas. The government of today is running one of the best balancing act we have seen, where despite the criticism, they have chosen still not to be reckless with public funds. Hearing this argument that why minimum wage need to do lower. Every country has a minimum wage. Every government set wage. Government hope and pray that not one member of the population should work for that minimum wage. But it is a guide that no one will be able to take advantage of our citizens by paying them little or nothing. Under the People's National Party, 18.5 years, they raised the minimum wage once. When they left office in 2007, the minimum wage was what? I know hardly shall raise it once. They did not raise it between 2012 and 16. But the Jamaica Labour Party, since taking office, has moved minimum wage from $5,900 to $15,000. From $5,900 to $15,000. Yesterday, I don't remember whose platform I was on, and the topic of minimum wage came up, and somebody typed into the chat. And this shows you the mindset of PMP supporters. They say $15,000 cannot go to, I think HR Guru was there yesterday. Then say $15,000 can go to the supermarket for a family of 5. Oh, yes, you know, I was on the broadcast of the Prime Minister's speech. The person types said $15,000 can go supermarket for a family of 5. Now, my take is this. If you have a family of 5 earning minimum wage, is there something wrong with that? Eh? If you are the breadwinner for a family of 5 and a minimum wage you earn, is there something wrong with that? Eh? Something wrong with that, that cannot be deemed as normal. A family of 5 supposed to at least have 2 income going there. If you don't earn 50 minimum wage, a $30,000 a week that. And that is still meager for a family of 5. If you're going to have a family of 5, I am sure that that family of 5 and a 3 and a 1 man, 3 woman and 1 picnic. So if you're going to have a woman and you're going to have 3 picnic, you can't have 3 picnic and still sit down and earn minimum wage. Something is wrong with that level of thinking. But let me say this too, no. If you find yourself, if anybody find themselves in that position, whereby you are sitting there with a family of 5, you know, understand me I go one heart and me I go try to get one skill. And when me get the skill, yes, me I go look one job and I go start one business. And then guess what? When me start work now, you go hard, go get a skill too. And it's where we are skilled persons.
And you double the income.
And you double the income.
That is what life is. That's how God created it.
Thank you.
Yes.
But there is no way you can be sitting down, say you have a family of 5 and a 15,000 you say can't go supermarket. How that makes sense?
Like a hand, you fuck them and breed them.
My God, man, people
no apologies. No apologies. It hurt my heart when me hear it, Chuck.
Boy, me I tell you,
person that talk about what 15,000 I can do.
Yeah.
You have to lift yourself above $15,000.
Good afternoon. Me is an electrician by trade, welder by trade, mechanical maintenance by trade, plumber by trade, all because of art.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You forget bus driver too.
Oh, sorry, sir. I'm a professional bus driver.
You see, nowadays, and when you used to go hard, Janadian, it never free like it was now.
No, I have to pay.
All right.
I too had to pay back in them days.
People are sitting down telling us that minimum wage can't do this and minimum wage
can't do that. It's not people. It's some of us, some who are classified as labor rights.
Labor rights.
That is the hurtful part, you know. When we are out there, here's what is disappointing. Labor rights are the ones who are out there selling the Jamaica Labour Party, selling our policies, selling what it is that we have done, selling our achievements, selling what is available to young people, to old people, to elderly, to retired people, to everybody. We are selling it. But yet we are the same ones who are not utilizing the services.
Thank you.
And I have to address that because it is something I notice. It is something I noticed that we Labour Party supporters, we Labour Party workers, people who go into the trenches, go dig out, vote for the Labour Party, and the Labour Party win election, and the Labour Party come in and do the work and grow the economy and create the opportunities, and we, the Labour Party workers, not taking up the opportunities. Instead, we join the PNP in saying nothing now go on. What can go so?
I've been asking that very question.
What can go so?
Right.
You are sell orange. You are sell orange, and the doctor prescribe orange rhyme for your sickness. And you, I tell people, say you can't get an orange, and you sell orange. You tell people, you know, say you have orange, you know. And I tell people where to go to get orange free. Yeah, man, if you go to us, you can get orange for free. We have it. And you're not taking the orange for your own belly pain. Something is wrong, but not the Bible.
Not the Bible. Right? As I said earlier, chaps, these opportunities were not created for Labour Party supporters alone. They were created for all Jamaicans. But the Jamaica Labour Party supporters are supposed to be the first in line. We are supposed to be the first in line. And we know that we support a government where we create the opportunities. How can we allow somebody else to take up the opportunities and then we sit down now about the same PMPism? Nowhere should that be. Nowhere. Under no circumstances can I support that. I say, Labour Party, if you're a party worker, big up yourself, Judith Curry. If you are a party worker, make yourself better by putting
I'm proposing that after conference. Conference is on Sunday. Monday, I'm proposing to start a program. Monday, and I can rock up enough support. Monday, any Labour Party worker who need an opportunity to better themselves, we are going to have a program online.
Yes.
We're going to get the experts from the agencies to come in.
Yes.
And to help them to access
the services.
Government program. Access to services. That's the name of the program.
Yes.
Access to GOV services. Access to government services.
I will be with you 100%, sir. Okay. I will be with you on that. Every Labour Party worker, we are going to help you put the iron at the fire.
Yes.
Because that's the only way you can feel the heat.
So we're starting on Monday. Access to government service.
Right. Every single party worker, go to the conference, listen to what the leader have to say, and then, yes, man, access to government, but there you go, Selena.
Access to government benefits. Yes.
There should be no party worker at the Jamaica Labour Party right now who is not either sitting in a hot seat or is otherwise gainfully employed. If you are not gainfully employed, you should be going to hard. You should be the first to get the tools of your trade loan. Because guess what? At the party where you support, I put them in place. June Parks, sorry, I don't know what June Parks. Benefit and resources petal, yes. So we're gonna start that. So every single member, the worker for the Labour Party who is online.
Yeah, line up Monday.
Yeah, Monday. Yeah.
We decide that time. We're gonna create a flyer between now and Sunday.
Now and Sunday and put it out. Yeah, man.
Yes.
Every single worker at the Jamaica Labour Party, if you want to know, come, tell us your constituency.
You want a job? You want to go to heart? You want opportunities?
Come in and tell us.
Fuck this handout bullshit on our
PMP mentality where people are trying to encourage you to say.
I want to hear me a cuss bad word. When you hear me a cuss bad word, you must understand so it upset me. Fuck this handout shit. Come Monday morning, we will teach you how to access government funding. If you don't want it, go to hell.
Right? Anybody who not encourage you know, so listen to me. Go forth and get what you want. Kevin aka Duns and June Park, sorry, I don't recognize none of you know. But right now, too much people are saying my workers from what they want to come up, no just come up and jump out. So if you don't want to contribute, type in the chat, yes, I may accept you know. Or if it's a mistake, cancel it. I don't know which one. Right? But now we have to take it in a hand seriously. All of these opportunities, and let me tell you this now. Jamaica 87, bless up yourself. Let me tell you this now. You see the same PMP who dep online, we are telling you every day, say, no, go on, this not happen. them they run a back and reap the benefit.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
Of course they are.
I say this every day, chaps, that a man tell me a story about out of St. Thomas. When the Jamaica Labour Party them go, there are people sign up for the Hope House program. A man out there did one house and the PMP friend tell him, say, guess what? No take no house from them, Labour right there. Them are wicked, no take no house from them. The man saying follow him friend and he never go sign up for the house. At the end of the day, chaps, and the same man that I get key. And the man when tells say no sign up feet is still homeless today. People, take uno own opportunity. Get uno own know. Make people tell you no for yourself. No take nobody know. Nobody know enough for you. No because them tell chaps no, them are going to tell you no. No because them tell me no, them are going to tell you that. We support a government that believes in building the country, creating opportunity for all of us to benefit. And once we are benefiting from those opportunities, the country are going to benefit. We can't sit down every day, I sit down here, so I'm complain about the PMPism. I will not be a supporter of it. Right? I will not be. I'm going to look out and I'm going to say, as labor rights, we have to put the iron in the fire. We have to get our own rod and our own bait and go fish for ourselves. We have to practice to create the generational wealth. Bless up, Helen. We have to learn to create our own generational wealth. We have to learn to know, so guess what? And no Mark Golden Picnic alone must have trust fund. We have to create a mindset where say, when the politician come in at the area and him a walk through, me want to stop him at one bar and buy him a beer one at a time. Yes, one at a time when him a come to make half of him a drink too, man. One at a time when we see me virgin a come, not because he go for in and come, we a go call him and say, come, make me buy you a drink. At the Jamaica, they will want to create where everybody have the equal opportunity. But we can't make it unbalanced. Right? We have to make it broad-based for everybody. So as me say, come on the man, as your chap say, we are going to help you know. For those of you know who don't know, for those who have the members of parliament when I point them in the right direction, come to us. We will point you in the right direction. We're going to expose you to everything where that government have to offer. If you're sick, the government have a whole heap of program free where we nurse you back to life. If you don't, the government have a whole heap of program free where we educate you. And even if you're feeling unhappy, the government have a whole heap of program where we keep you that way. Gentle people, what we have is a working government. No comrade, none, whether them they are listen to me or whether them come and gone, cannot come here and deny that. See, Anthony, the Jamaica Labour Party is the government. Yeah? But Anthony, maybe you can come up here, Anthony, and tell me, I've been throwing out this to comrade from there, and none of you can come answer me. Come up here, Anthony Mull, and tell me one sector of the economy in any era between 1972 and now. Tell me one sector of the economy where the People's National Party outdid the Jamaica Labour Party. Just one. Just one. Mr. Anthony, you want me to repeat the question? You want me to repeat the question?
What you say?
Me said
Repeat what you say.
from 1972 to now. Tell me one sector of the economy of Jamaica where the PMP has outdone the Jamaica Labour Party.
In everyone, only thing your prime minister outdone PMP now. After you rob the country of 28 account. That's only thing. And then confess to your unborn baby. Not more in do.
So when you say the Prime Minister robbed the country of 28 account, who take it down for? Who take it down? Who take him down?
Was a person. If Dunce was a person.
To take it down back.
Hello there.
The Prime Minister robbed the country of 28 account.
You can't listen to that foolishness that Chuck. That's a bad foolishness.
No, bad.
You can't listen to that Chuck, man.
We never want to take him down bad.
You will waste time and listen to that Chuck.
Hey.
No one
Yeah,
took him down.
He might go over.
I won't take me another while ago.
Gentle people, I don't know how you rap 28 accounts. But I love Anthony come back and tell me.
Why don't this thing that never hear
Not to get that information from, because we need to know how we get that information from.
Me have some bank account in and maybe them in danger, somebody robbing them.
Chuck, if you sit down to listen
Exactly, Chuck. And that's why we need to know how we get that information from.
if you sit down to listen to that man, you're going to look like you have no sense to it.
Well, I true excellent. But it's the people,
Well, let's people don't comment a lot. What is this?
those are the kind of people we have to argue with every day. A man who say the Prime Minister robbed the country of 28 bank account. You see the ability, you see them people, that's why we always encourage people to stay in school and say no to drugs.
Yeah, tell them ready. We can have somebody who make you look down, stay no Chuck.
You see? Jesus. And him so, boy, I don't know. Look, you see, that is why some of the time people, and me have to agree with my moderator then sometime. Sometimes it's easier you just block them when they come in. Because there you go, this man come now, and we give him a chance to say, state your party position, and in party position, obviously, can him speak for the People's National Party, you know. Instead of add him back when there. And come back no bull. No more.
I'm not brave.
He not come back, man. He not go come back, man. He come and he short in one line already. And he realized that it sound better in a bathroom than it sound in the public.
But he can come back, man. Adam.
You know there.
This could be a very good. It could be a very good teaching moment, you know.
Whoever fling him out, fling him far.
Whatever Philip.
Anybody fling him out, fling him far.
Whatever Philip. I want Philip and our goodies.
I'll chop you. It's just as bad as Chuck.
You're gonna play now, man.
No, man. Yeah, what you do? You go excellent. Except we no corner him here so and trash it out. When he go over amongst him people, he might go be the smartest one in the room, you know. Yeah, man. He might go end up somewhere where he's the smartest one in the room. And that's going to be very dangerous.
I didn't take him down. In fact, I'm the one who had him in the box. I am the one who sent him the request.
And you said anybody fling him far, he got far.
Why they fling him out?
We don't know why they fling him out so fast. I run the run, God.
Me a gear up to come get a one lick off of him, you know.
I think that I remember them dashing, man.
Creepy in a rubbish.
I look like I like Eddie. I look like I like Eddie or something. I don't like Eddie.
No, man, we have a job to do, man. A job
to do, man. As we said, excellent.
Yeah.
The problem with him now, you know. When he go sit down amongst some people, he might go be the smartest one in the room.
Listen, me go over the one Chuck live and me go like boxing now.
Yeah.
me in the box, you know. Let
And
me
we just
just
tell
go.
them.
Let me just tell them about the 28 account.
And they run me off.
Mm-hmm.
As the top
Good
about that, they
management,
run me
man.
off.
Good management.
And that's going to be the story I'm going to tell.
That conversation never get nowhere.
And then,
Hey, listen.
and then
Listen.
there is a group of them where I try to give them experience. Me say like they are so effective. No man, we should know. Nobody should not dash him out. You should make when they come
Listen.
over here and coming out,
Monday.
you must deal with them. You know, if they get disrespectful now and boisterous, yeah.
Yeah.
Petal. Monday morning. We're launching a series. Access to government.
Be Monday morning.
Access to government funding and resources. So,
Papa,
yes.
where will I be Monday morning?
I know where you will be. But it doesn't matter where you'll be.
Maybe have internet, right?
You will have
Yeah, go on the
internet.
internet.
But suppose me don't want the internet disturb me.
Well,
Anything you do it for soon.
anything you have to do it early.
Do it early.
So you have some time to spare.
My daddy always say, if you pen your cow for soon,
You get more milk.
thank your job.
All right. You see the one Khadija skin off her teeth?
Earlier you pen your cow, and the more milk you get.
You can get.
This election is very serious in the Petal, so.
So, but I'm not serious though, guys. Listen. There are a lot of persons. And you know what we want to do is to start with our people, right? If there are persons among us as Labour Party workers and supporters who we believe can do well with access to some government resources, let's start with christening our pitney first. What do you say about that?
Yeah.
So let's look among us. Let's find out within our core group if there are persons who would like to access some of the resources that government has and the opportunities. We are going to point them, and not just point them, we're going to hold them hands, walk with them, and if need be, carry them, go put them in the opportunity chair. Right? Because it's sort of tough when you hear labor rights. Well, let me not call them labor rights wildly, because some of them are really not labor rights. Some of them are turn back PNP, and some of them are ungrateful labor rights. But nonetheless, they are labor rights.
And some of them are gearing up to be practicing to be PNP.
Practicing with you. Some of them are open to the highest bidder. Right? Whoever can pay them the most, that's who they will bat for. So they're no longer wedded to the political ideology of the Dayton line that the JLP has. Right? So make we do something about it, because we are not just talk on social media. We find solutions. And if we identify a problem, we are critical thinkers, and we can always find a way to solve them. So we notice one problem now, and we have start with who we own. A lot of people are complaining about them nothing go on and nothing this and nothing that. We're going to fix that. We are going to fix that once and for all. We're not going to talk about an MP, because some of the MP themselves need to come to us so we can teach them how to access said resources. Because don't make no mistake about it. Some of those MPs don't know either. So we could treat it as we are the only smart one in the room. We are going to call the agencies that need to be called. We're going to get to the ministers that we need to get to. And we're going to find and get the details. And we're going to put people on to government services. Starting Monday, right after conference. We can decide between the next few days as to whether I want to do this as an evening program, morning program, midday program. You tell me. But I'm willing and ready to host it. Yeah? Access to government resources. I don't know who's going to put the acronym together so it makes sense, so it's catchy, so it's sellable, and we could move the process forward. I think this can bridge a gap, a serious gap where exists out there, because it is painful to hear people, some of whom are even gainfully employed.
Remember, chaps, we were kind of saying that we may do it in a kind of Zoom forum because sometimes people don't want to talk up publicly what their problem is.
Well, look here. If horse too tired to carry own food, then in dead hungry. If a horse is too proud to carry own grass, die of hunger. When Miss Donna, what she the lady name? Auntie Donna, turn on in camera and say, I'm going to help him. Do what you call it? Charity. He say, if you don't want to come on the camera, then you can't get the help. Because, guess what? At the camera me use to make sure, say, people have confidence in my process. Now, what we are doing, you don't have to come on camera and turn on your camera for nobody see you. But you can come, you can ask questions. And if we have to divert it to a WhatsApp conversation, then we can. But it is going to be a public conversation about government resources so everybody can access it. There's nothing private about it.
Where you get medical bill from? What kind of medical bill you have? Hospital is free and you get free medication. What kind of hospital bill you have?
What kind of medical bill you have? Because there are some persons who don't want to go to the free hospital, you know. And they can't afford the private, so they must, that's their decision. You make that decision, you spread that bed, so you will have to lie into that bed. Because the government provide
free healthcare, free medication.
Free healthcare for everybody, free education for everybody. So if it is that you want to go to prep school and private school, then you pay the private school money, not go there and then come tell the MPs they must pay for it. When the government already pay for it. So we could have the discussion. And we could start with full own people. Because them, in particular, them me want to address. Our people who out there sell the services of government, sell what government do. And at the same time, they are not benefiting from the same thing what they tell people about. Right? Them are the same one who tell you how hard free, and how much trading, and how much money you can get. Why you can go? Why you can go? Let me tell you one thing I can say proudly. No category of Jamaicans, whether you're blind, deaf, dumb, tall, short, man, woman, boy, girl, there's no section of the society that don't have access to some level of government service. As in, when I say government service, I'm talking about assistance. Assistance, whether it is money, services, goods, you name it. It is available to every single Jamaican. So when we hear people are talking something and go on, I wonder what they are talking about. I dare the Jamaican to come to me who can tell me, say him now have no opportunity at all. Come on the morning with your case. Come put it in front of me and tell me, say you don't have no opportunity. There's none. There's no category in Jamaica that exists.
It would have to be a Monday evening, chaps. Monday morning, people gonna work.
That's good, man. A labor always at work.
Yes, a Monday evening.
Monday evening, Monday evening.
Yeah.
Monday evening.
Monday evening. So all of the people that
and HR guru, we need you to be here because if a resume, if a anything to do with HR or a job, we have you. So we need you, please.
I'm all of the expert then.
I was about to ask, you know, what time are we talking?
We can plan it. It is an idea that just gave birth a while ago. So we can put it in the incubator if we have to, or we can remove it right now, fix it and move on. Just give birth. Just now, live as you talk.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Nothing is cast in steel. So suggestions are open.
Bring them in, point them to the government services.
That's what we're doing Monday, people. Monday evening, we can start at 6, maybe 6. 6 is good. What is that?
So we can put in my hand to get assistance.
Me? Sorry, guys. I'm in my out.
Anybody who have an issue with accessing government assistance, you come. We will help you. And if there's an MP and or councillor who don't know how, you come. We will show you how to. It's a joke. We need to cut the bullshit now, man. Once and for all.
Real thing, man, because I say enough opportunity out of real, man. I see the whole...
complain. Eh?
Yeah.
What can go so? What can go so?
Enough of them use politics to go for what they want.
I don't want to go for them, man. When you support the party, we are create it.
Hey, and some of them out there sell it. And then me here from radio, from TV, and from WhatsApp, all kind of place, and sell government program. But when it is convenient to them, then go in a WhatsApp group and cuss government. You don't nasty son of a bitch. Come on there, go fix that.
In a small business
Because
and
look at
farm
the
and
man
field
with the 1
training.
foot. He went in and he got his 1 foot,
Right.
his foot from the New Life, New Limb program.
Look here, Philippe, make sure you load up your war chest here, please. Load it up. I want to do it. I want to also. I think this has to take a twofold, you know. That's to take a twofold. You know why? Because part of the program is for us to call the entities during the days live. Call them in the days. We're going to take a day or two off from work and deal with this thing. I think it's going to be a worthy cause. Call the agency right there on live and make the world hear that some of these people who are talk are just lazy and full of shit. Right? Lazy and full of shit.
We're going
to expose them. We're going to expose whoever is. Whether you're a labor right.
I am willing to take the day off.
If you're a lazy labor right.
I am willing to take the day off and make the call.
Thank you. We're going to do it. We're going to set up a phone. If you need a phone, a little phone, my dear, look up bang up a call agency, tell me make it available to you.
If you don't want credit for call them, tell me I will make it available for you. But we are going to put them on to government service.
We're going to call the government agency and we're going to make it public that some of these labor rights in particular who out that talk about nothing and go on and that talk about nobody not help them. And some of the MPs and councillors who are buying to it and support it are going to expose on the ass too. Oh no, who are fueling it and throw fire upon it. I'm going to expose you know, and make Andrew know say a lazy and incompetent. And only talk about him need people who can actually do the work. And him when the survey go there are people like Uno who are encouraged persons to talk about party workers are part of the 4% unemployment rate in our country. I want to know the amount of people, the 180,000 jobs created. No labor right worker and that. Eh? A whole labor right worker so unfortunate that the country's unemployment rate has been significantly reduced and the labor right worker and I. What can go so? Eh? You explain to me. What that full worker the only one where not the only one but a complain, not long one. But yet the unemployment rate gone down. What is it? How much person gone for farmer program? How much labor right worker gone for farmer program? How much?
From 13 to 4.
Eh? From 13.7% to 4.2%. And the labor right worker and that. Something wrong, man. Make you find out.
140,000 people enrolled to heart under the no tuition fee.
Anything we can get information for, we're going to write to the agency under the access to information and get it. We're going to put it out here. Since everything is secret, make it go out of the work now.
But there's so much opportunity out of start all your business, my small business and all kind of things. But why the people are not explore those things?
As I say, excellent advice. These things were not created for the Labour Party supporters, you know. But they should be the first in line.
Yeah, I tell you.
Of course. And they have the advantage. It's 49 MPs them have versus 14 from the PNP.
Me can tell Canada and see everything we are going to ask me out to pack up and come up on the farm.
Okay.
And them down there. I sit down and loaf around, brother.
Even in farming, excellent. The amount of opportunities we create
I tell you.
in a farming.
To be seen right. Once you set up your business right. Once you set up your
The
business
government, excellent, is willing to give you a boat and an engine.
Yeah, man.
If you have a piece of land, we give you the seed. All you have to do is put it in the ground.
I can't understand why they can't see these things. And go for where you want.
You have enablers, people who are encouraged PMPism.
Yeah, man.
I out here every day and I tell people, I say, listen to me. The days of handout is over. Right? Then
Yeah,
who
man.
need to sit down now and I wait for a handout?
That reason with that comer the other day.
All right, don't worry. Kadian says she want to know about the farming. Don't worry. We will join us on Monday. Don't forget.
The reason with that comer brother the other day, that me I try to tell him, I tell him, say, yo, see the handout thing, them thing that's done deal. And there's a lot of things out there for you can go start a business, not because you're a comrade. My body not know who you is. Go for where you want with it.
Go for where you want. You see, excellent. The investment in the human capital where this government do is unprecedented in this.
That's tell you, man. I'm sure the people
It is a hand up, not a handout. Where you get a chance to put your hand up and be a man or be a woman rather than stretch your hand to people every day.
For real, man.
And that is where the Jamaica Labour Party are promote. And if you're a member, that is the philosophy of the Jamaica Labour Party. But when somebody asks you for a fish, there's nothing wrong with giving them a line and piece of bacon and the CDC there.
All right.
Feed your family. And don't stretch your hand to nobody else. When the man come to you, you can't say, boy, you know, say, we catch some fish one day, we can't give you 2 fish. Ah, you tell the man, say, me have some fish I sell, you know. You know, nobody, hey, listen to me, me have some. Me used to know some young ladies. We live out a Fletcher's land. Young girl. And long time I know them. And I tell you, say, these are some young girl that is always have something on. Anytime you see them, I want to ticket them and sell you if you come at something. I sell you.
Fish fry,
round robin,
drink out.
Them a sell lotion. Them always have something a go on.
Always have fun.
Yeah.
Like once you have ambition, Chuck, I
ambition, man.
help a young girl down there. She before the art program is free up, but she got this place where pay like 30,000 Jamaican for she do housekeeping. And when she go for the do work experience, they hire them right away. And to the day, she can pay $20,000 for rent. She buy a fridge, she buy a stove, she buy a bed, she buy a washing machine, she buy everything. Big man.
Ambition.
So once you have ambition, Brethren, you can survive. There's a lot of things out there. And she work at the hotel and she learned 3 different other things at the hotel.
Ambition, you call that excellent. Ambition.
Yeah. Move from housekeeping now to waitress. Because she learned that at the hotel.
But active duty, I go mute you now here. They give you a whole chance to be a part of the conversation and you know want join. So me can't bother with you on your deep side. And them 2 right alone you can't spell. Every time I type deep side.
A Trump in there, that Trump, like Republican.
Yeah.
Narcissist.
Right. As I said, gentle people, the opportunity, the government when we support, every time them in a power. Remember, you know, me tell you, as president, you know, remember it again. In 1983, you know, coming up, you know, Siaga in that period of time created 179,000 jobs, you know. Siaga bringing the garment industry in Jamaica, you know. But we freeze one in a 5 different parish.
Yeah, man.
That was employing 30,000 women.
You used to have the Brazil factory to, you know, truck in St. Mary, you know.
Yes.
Jackie factory in Hanover.
Yeah, man. And we have coconut and banana and everything, brother. Everything was nice.
Everything was nice. Until you have a, that's why, listen to me. You see people like Lambert Brown and them people there, they should have been chased out of Jamaica, you know.
Nah, tell you what.
You know much business them people that celebrate them lockdown. Union man, I mean, lockdown the place, and them go to a good day, hey, a man type and tell me this evening, say St. Thomas people, but me I watch. That is the man we celebrate that them lockdown good day factory.
Chuck, me there Friday and see a man at St. Elizabeth after dash and cow milk. And the man of my import milk from foreign. And lock down the milk factory out of Bagua. That's how wicked it is, guys.
Remember it was the zinc scandal that caused the shuttering of Sail Industries. Sail Industries was a zinc manufacturer in Jamaica, and that was the first business to fall under the PMP watch.
When I come back 95, Chuck, when I say, where Guinness there? Me say, God, Trinidad.
Yes.
I say, where Cremo there? Cremo lockdown.
Lockdown.
The milk factory lockdown. Banana, Pia Woodland, I say, I said, there no more banana orange.
No more banana. Right? And guess what? Send me every banana chips. It's not manufactured somewhere else.
Yeah, we used to have one of the factory in our place though. And that lockdown too.
How people find patience, they still run behind PMP.
Sometimes you sit down and wonder. I wonder whether like these people come from a different planet.
Mikey. Mikey no
I ask the question and me not see nobody has step up. And I would like to know that since 1972 coming forward, I want one industry where them can safely say, say the PMP did better than the JLP in that department there. Not one. Yes, both parties got through some corruption in that them governing, but the PMP beat. Textile factory of rice mill, yes, Spanish, yes.
The PMP
yes, I remember we have a rice mill out of Spanish on there too.
The master for corruption.
Master corruption, we then call it brown paper bag.
You know, say on a lockdown trade center and Billy, are you turning in a prison?
And lockdown King Jamaica and turn prison. And now them are complaining the government a build prison. Right?
Yeah, it's like, yo. I don't know about you, but sometimes I wonder if a space or Mars them people that come from a big man.
Listen, one of them days when we have sit down, I tell my grandpitney them about the People's National Party. They must have a fairy tale, you know.
Yeah, tell you.
They must have a fairy tale, man. They must tell you, say a lie. Nobody can wicked so to one country and people still run behind them.
Yeah, I say with up on a live and Maria read out the accomplishment of with Siaga and Mandel. And a PMP man come up on it and I say, I lie, you know, and the man I read it off some archives where they get it from, you know. And the man say, Siaga part of lie.
I entered one live one time. And I remember, so them add me to them box and I did their wait. And the people, I did their read off Siaga's achievement, you know. And I say, a manly one, you know.
I tell you what.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I see I buy them a read and I say Michael Manley.
Yeah.
Right? Because even them know say Manley file not pretty. If we should assess Manley file, it not pretty.
Because the man read the two file truck. I mean I tell you if Manley was not pretty, none at all. All the man do is pop down Jamaica. They never do nothing to uplift the people.
Chaps, it said this one day, I'm going to repeat that. Michael Manley was more interested in his position in the world than leading Jamaica.
Yeah, they know follow back a man. I follow cat.
Manley was more want to be what the head of the imperialist movement rather than being Prime Minister of Jamaica. Right?
So what those people think of him was far more important to him than being Prime Minister of Jamaica.
Because how could you say you're a good leader and then you follow back our next man? We are lead for him place that in a destruction.
I saw we read what here in the Labour Party 1962 term where it said, but at the time, set Jamaica's foreign policy that we stand with the West. Simple put. Yes. But Michael Manley, you know, and you're right, you know, Chuck. Michael Manley was ideologically driven. Never made a decision that was in the best interest of Jamaica. No. It was about fulfilling his global positioning as a world leader. That's why when he threw Jamaica under the bus, he don't care what the consequences are, because it's a matter of principle. And Mr. Senna himself, he said, he don't care. It was a matter of principle. Yes, his words, his exact words. It's a matter of principle. We're not going to walk around the world on our knees.
And it is the fundamental things to do.
Yeah, I get that.
And then you're fundamental and skin get a fire.
Get a fire. We have to believe fundamentally in our people.
Yeah. And people fundamental.
That is why we believe in the People's National Party.
Remember, you know, Chuck, good evening again, everybody. Remember, you know, Chuck, I always say this, I don't know if you know, hear me say this before, you know. The PNP has never displayed themselves as a government in their tenure of office. Never. They always display themselves as a party, not as a government. Them not act for the people. You understand? And that is why the PNP was able to do the things they do. Because they did not consider the people. Them only plant up thing in the mind of the people to make it look like they are for the people. Up until today, they are doing that. So they are not for the people. The PNP is actually for the elite. You understand? Not for the people. They don't do nothing for the people. Because what Michael Manley come with in his time, you know, was about himself. Him take out the party outside, him take out what PNP would have represent or what the government would have represent. That was not in what he was saying at the time. Him no business with that, because him no business whether or not it affect the people in any form, in any negative way. Them there's something you call them dictatorship. That was a dictator. Michael Manley was a dictator. And Michael was a wannabe dictator. Yes. Because Michael Manley don't need no consultation when he make decision. He just makes some decision and whosoever accept it or so. Then why you think he did say? He did say, well, I find it dirty, but I'm not going to find it in the entirety. Huh? No, bro, I must find it in speech at Siaga funeral, but I'm not find it in the entirety. Oh. Hello, everybody. Hello. Chuck, I would like you to back me up here. Yeah. 2006, we have NRAC, which run up a debt of $1.5 billion, 1.6 rather. The Air Jamaica was $8 billion debt. The sugar industry, I don't remember the exact amount of debt, but it was in the billions. Yeah. So, PJ said at the conference, the only hope that the PNP have to do the fifth term was Portia based on her popularity. So the party, he was simply saying the party didn't do enough to win a fifth term. No, he said Portia is not just the best hope. It was the only hope. The only hope. Yeah, man. Yes, man. And it's important you say that, you know. Yeah. Because you're right, they weren't selling the party to win an election. Then did I sell Portia? But just to add to that, real quick, my brother, before you come back. Remember, so the party has never presented a manifesto to the Jamaican people, you know, from 1962 until I think it's somewhere in the 2000s or late 90s.
They're starting up. They did not present a manifesto. They don't believe in manifesto. They don't believe in plans and these things. They don't believe in the economy. They don't use the word economy. They don't get low.
Because a socialist party that deal with development and deal with control.
Yeah, go ahead, my virgin. You were saying something that you were making development.
Yes, and then beyond that, he take the taxpayers' money without going through the what they call it, Parliament wasn't aware of it, so do the cabinet and give Bull Stewart to build the hotel in Westmoreland. The hotel in Westmoreland. He give Rollins money to build the hotel in Montego Bay and he give money. Yeah, and he give money to Bull Stewart to refurbish Siboney Hotel.
We ended up costing us 3 times.
Right. You know that Siboney was pretty sacked, right?
Yes.
You know that was the rough who won Siboney?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. The same regular some first people.
No. I don't know.
Yeah, come on, man.
Right. But, young people, as I said, there is nowhere where the PMP can find anything that they have ever left as a policy that says this policy will grow Jamaica. This policy, Jamaica will be better off for having it. Right?
They are the distributors in chief. That's what they are. Distributors in chief. They are very good at sharing, but they can't cook.
Remember, I just played the record a while ago, you know, chat, where it said, Omar Davis as the finance minister.
Play it again.
The only way, I can't play it again. The only thing the JLP can do to fund the budget, have to either borrow.
No, not the JLP, the PNP.
The PNP can do to grow to fund the budget. It's for either borrow, beg, or tax. And the finance minister, not one didn't mention, but we can't grow the economy, man.
Now, play it back again, make people hear it. So they need to hear these things.
His explanation as to how they would fund their budget. And so I'm going to ask you, the manifesto that the JLP provided, if that was provided by word for word, promise by promise, what would a government have to do? Outline to me what a government would have to do to fund them.
Well, it's fascinating, and I understand why. But you are asking me to explain what the. But I understand why, because you've tried with all. What a government would have to do. You have one of 4 things, or a combination of 4 things, which you would have to do. You'd have to come with the most massive package in the history of the country. You'd have to go around cap in hand. You'd have to borrow and increase the deficit. Or you'd have to seek some debt forgiveness somewhere. But any of those combinations, unless you're guaranteed that someone is going to forgive a great deal of debt, implies a major increase.
So, chap, you hear the man again, sir? Only 40.
About growing the economy, you don't hear a word out of mouth about growing the economy.
That is the finance minister.
But maybe the party have the answer in the top.
I got you again. Listen again, make it continue.
I've used all these commitments in the budget debate, and I've used the Golding's commitments in the budget debate. And I give a figure of over $16 billion. But there have been more commitments as they've gone. And what worries me is that it isn't over. Why does it worry me? Not just the fact that but there are people abroad who may take them seriously. I know we don't. But there are people abroad who may say, if you're going to have this additional debt, how will you service that debt? And that's one of the major problems which we face. this campaign, and I'm giving all the opportunity. These false claims. You know, when I go to.
Sorry, them peace. No place out today.
The only thing that is worse than his arrogance is the state of the economy of Jamaica. Grown by 28% since 1989, cumulatively, while countries in this region, Trinidad has grown by 140%. St. Kitts, Antigua, Barbados, name them, they have grown by in excess of 100%. We have only grown by 28%. You don't have the answer to growth. We have said you can't borrow and tax, so you have to earn.
Here you go. So I don't know where tell them say you can't borrow and tax. Right? You have to earn and invest.
Well,
And it is telling that the finance minister said this showed all the way he can fund a budget and he never once mentioned growing the economy. The man never once mentioned growing the economy as a way of funding a budget.
Listen, the only thing worse than the arrogant is the damn economy we have.
I never tell a lie.
Yeah, I tell you what. Yeah.
Yeah, bless up. Evening, people, bless up. Wagwan.
Yeah,
Damn, yeah. I step on it like a roach a while ago, man. On that piece there. Big idiot that one. And in the rate up Omar Davis. Mr. Run with it. Big idiot that
Omar
pizza
Davis are the worst.
He is not his one of he is the worst.
But guys, remember in the 1980s, we have a vibrant manufacturing sector. We used to flood the Caribbean market. Now, in the 90s, it all wiped out because of our policy to have government papers, which 40% and 50% increase that the men they would get from the investment. They're buying the government papers. They wipe out the manufacturing sector totally.
Yeah.
Because who's going to invest when they can get free
Marcus Garve Drive, Spanish Town Road. Well, Marcus Garve Drive, Spanish Town Road, industrial belt as Kingston and St. Andrew. All I factory closed down upon them too. From Marcus Garve Drive and Spanish Town Road, we have the most factories. In Kingston and St. Andrew. Yeah. And that the man, the Ransom Iman worship Omar Davis. That the Romed one, the Ransom Iman. Omar Davis ain't God.
That man, that's big.
You remember that man, Ransom man, no sense, man.
Nobody know.
That man never look sober to you yet. Ransom man, excellent. That man never look sober to you yet.
Nobody know.
Only idiot that one.
Evening, my brothers. Evening.
Yeah, evening.
Manners and respect. How everybody doing, man?
Blessed, man.
Greetings, man. Greetings. Boy, you know, one fella say, you know, say, boy, I really listen. And you know, it hurt my heart. I'm not gonna lie. It hurt my heart to see Jamaica. How it is, you know? It's like I don't know what the PMP have on Jamaicans. And where them have, when you can't tell me, where them have on the Jamaican people, so.
You know, I'm nothing for Jamaican people, man. The Michael Doctrine Brethren, Michael Mangley. He is the person that Jamaica the state where is now the free mentality and the Michael Manley disease. The Michael Manley disease, that man should never exist. It should never exist. The worst thing happened to Jamaica, Michael Manley.
Yeah, but Brother Chromas, you see the truth is, no, my brother. You have to get to the point where we can't blame nobody else for our own actions, you know. We have to look into our own self. To say, okay, I did this because, you know.
Yes, but what I'm saying to you, my brethren, this free mentality has only a wobble labor right too. We think we move see like the PMP them. You didn't get nothing on the free thing and the hustle. Why you feel so them say nothing go on? Some of the PMP don't say nothing go on in the
Poor
country.
man, so I don't take care of the
And the
labor
hustle
right
is the
now.
corruption and the
On the
hustling that
air,
matter
poor man.
about, you know.
Somebody
Yes,
say
sir.
it again from the top.
What that?
His explanation as to how they would budget. And so I'm going to ask you, the manifesto that the JLP provided, that was provided by you, word for word, promise by promise. What would a government have to do? Outline to me what a government would have to do to fund them.
Well, that is fascinating and I understand why. But you are asking me to explain what with all what the government will have to do. One of four things are a combination of the four things which you would have to do. You would have to come with the most massive package in the history of this country. You have to go around capping hand. You have to borrow, increase the deficit. Or you have to seek some debt forgiveness somewhere. Any of those combinations, unless you're guaranteed that someone is going to forgive a great deal of debt, implies a major increase in the deficit. I've used all these commitments in the budget debate, and I've used Mr. Golding's commitments in the budget debate, and I gave a figure of over $16 billion. But more commitments as they're gone. And what worries me is that campaign isn't over. Why does it worry me? Not just the fact that but people abroad who may take them seriously. I know we don't. But there are people abroad who may say, if you're going to have this additional debt, how will you service that debt? And that's one of the major problems which we face in this campaign. And I'm giving all the opportunity to these false claims.
You know, when I listen to Omar sometimes, I realize that the only thing that is worse than his arrogance is the state of the economy of Jamaica. The only thing that's worse. The only thing that's worse. Because the fact is that I could not understand that the country that has grown by 28% since 1980, while this region has grown by 140%. Grown by in excess of 100%, but only grown by 28%. Sorry, Minister, you don't have the answer to growth. We have said you can't borrow and tax to show you have to
Earn and invest.
Chuck,
Yeah.
quick question. You know if that video there, if it chop up, if it slice up,
No, man, it's not splice up. It's just
it's
a
the
cut
full.
out of
So
the entire. Yeah.
okay, so why the man say it's a short time up, and it sound like he had less time than Omar Davis
It
did.
was a debate, man. It was a
It
debate.
sound like
It
no,
was a, remember,
no, but what
when you are rebut, it's normally
yeah.
less time given.
Yeah, less time
Oh,
you get.
When you
right.
have
Okay.
a direct question, you get more time. But when you are rebut, you have less time. So
Right,
I
okay.
remember it. I remember that
Okay.
clearly because I did watch the debate there. I did watch it. I remember it exactly.
Okay. But the thing is, Chuck, I don't know how much Russian history you read. I know you read, Joseph Stalin, right?
yes.
Yeah, so you read what him did do when him did take over Russia, where how him purge out him opposition and all of them things there.
Communist tactics all over.
The more I read about it, and the more I read about the history, all of that, what took place, and the more I see Michael Manley actions in everything what Joseph Stalin did.
You remember?
I'm not be historical and I frighten people or anything, But I think about it and I look between the two men's action and what Michael Manley did. It's just similar, very similar.
You remember what was D.K. Duncan's position in Michael Manley government?
Yeah, it was something mobilization.
Minister of Mobilization.
Minister of Mobilization, yeah.
His responsibility was to purge the public sector of everybody that wasn't a Manley supporter.
See there?
That was his responsibility.
I can understand. That is a communist thing, my
That is why
brethren.
presently we have so much people embedded in a certain position, you know. But it are going to take bulldozer to root them out.
Yeah.
Dark Knight, that is a communist. That if you study that, the church started, all the communist countries they have that trait, brethren. Is a communist thing. If they see a propaganda where they spread it, if they see a propaganda where them that is one of them weapon of them tool where them use, where they use legal, it come like nothing to them. And overthrow people and dictatorship. The communist is next to slavery. It's a slavery mentality. Keep the people up on our levels and you rule over them. That is
But remember,
communist spreadsheet.
When Michael Manley tell the Jamaican people that if their trousers got torn, they must patch it. We're proud people. We're not into that foolishness.
The thing is not Chrome. Them man that have one house and 2 houses and the people have one.
You think I joke?
But Michael Manley used to tell people, the people have them things that them for share it and what's it, but him never share on a film personal wealth to nobody. Although him dead, he never have nothing really, but at the same time, he never share fee when he did have. I must inherit something.
Man, but I love your click on an empty box there and come join the conversation, man. You look like you have a lot to contribute. Come, man, click on the empty box. As long as you're not disrespectful, as long as you don't tell no lie for my Prime Minister, you can come and join the conversation.
You know,
you say you want a government that cares. Come tell me about it, man.
This thing that they keep talking about affordable food as well. You know, food expensive everywhere. Food expensive everywhere now. So I don't know where them get this idea from. Say the PMP will come give them affordable food.
That's the free mentality, man.
Yo, I go to the store and say, you know, so I go have $20 and I go buy something. I'm done buy a $50, you know.
Right. Mark, come in at the box, Mark. Press on the thing and come. You seem you have a lot to contribute, man. Come. And I never say you say anything wrong.
No, I love to hear him reasoning and have a good reason with it. Because people keep saying there are suffering people in Jamaica. Yeah, food expensive. But I want to know where them suffering people there. Where them there? Show them.
But the question, guys, remember Mr. Patton said in the 90s there was a new level of poverty in Jamaica?
Yeah, that's what when PMP in the 90s, that's what he said.
And he was the minister.
Right now, nobody's suffering, Bridget. Nobody's suffering. People are struggling, but nobody's suffering right now. Everybody have them struggles.
No man, look. If you go places like India, China, you see real sufferation. People live in the slums. And that's what I say.
Yes, but
where them people are there, Jamaica? Where them there?
Then we just use the words loosely about suffering. People struggle. Everybody have them struggles. Nobody's suffering.
I'm not naive. I'm not naive.
If we go downtown Toronto now, the amount of homeless people you see on the street only.
That's
true, man. I was in Edmonton and saw the same thing, man.
All right, I tell you, Edmonton, Calgary,
you know, I've been to Europe. No. Jamaican people are suffering, poor people.
In the park, you know.
Yeah.
When I say my brethren, the Jamaican poor people where we have, they don't sleep on the road and every day them full of Kentucky.
So we are
saying poor people
like poor. I know poor. We are people. We are poor in Oklahoma. We are people who are struggling.
Yeah, but that me say, but me and say them call themselves poor. That for sure so we're not poor people, but at the same time, poor people when them claim say them poor. Talk up in a Kentucky.
No, but look, you know.
Talk up in a Kentucky every day.
Where people believe they want KFC box is better than 2 pounds of flour.
All right.
No, but look, you know. Remember, you know, how you measure poverty, you have absolute poverty, and you have relative poverty. The way me see it, and me no know, maybe me immune to it and me not living in it. Me not see no absolute poverty where a man we are walk and pick up food off of the floor and eat. Him do that because him want to do that. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm mad. I'm a madman. It might be mad or something.
Yeah.
I'm mad. Where are these
Yeah.
absolute poverty?
One thing I notice in Jamaica, you know, even country I come from, I notice man around boat again, because everywhere there's a restaurant.
Excellent. Excellent. Give them the joke with the shoes where you buy it. Give them the joke there again. Call them the year.
Yeah, man, what if I buy a shoes?
Excellent.
Listen to this.
I run in shoes and come to Jamaica and I say, yeah, right. And when I come to Jamaica, it's a man in a hand cap, with that same shoes with the back broke down. I push in
Oh,
hand.
yes. Oh, yes.
Are you boast the visa or something?
So me
I fully believe it. Excellent. I mean, I'm boast the shoes they have.
The man the shoes me I can't come and I push and cat in there with the back broke down.
Jamaica, that fear, yeah?
And for them as people are suffer for so long, how come now nobody had advance operator?
No, but Jamaica, I mean, like Jamaica have relative poverty, and you will always have that because the
Big
poverty
man,
line will always
the
move.
way me come to Jamaica, I tell you right now, me come from country and we used to run boat and we are youth. Them things don't go on again until me come back. Everywhere I have restaurant now, I buy people, I buy food every day.
Nobody join that game there again, brother.
You know, I tell you, I buy people, I buy food every day, betting.
You have to go buy a boat.
Yeah,
and
I'm
plan
have to
for
go
run
when me go on the boat run, you know, plank. When me go down there, at that time, boat run.
You think you can left from foreign and go down to Jamaica, boy, you go buy chicken back, boy, you go run boat. You want to
Yeah,
man, you
man.
know.
You
You have
buy
to
a
buy a
chicken,
boat
man.
and
A
buy
boat
some
and
fish.
chicken, man. Fish and goat
Yeah.
and chicken.
Okay, and stuff, fish and everything.
Yeah, man. Them say they will buy, man.
Stay there.
Fish and goat and chicken. Gotta make sure buy all
Mr. Plan, good evening, sir. You must have some manners, you know. Good evening. Good evening, sir.
Sorry. Me look out, me tell you the good evening and I comment long time.
Me looking at comment. Everybody looking at comment. Me looking at comment.
Good day, good morning, good evening, good afternoon.
What go on the plan?
Boy, I'm there in the first night. Where you going with?
Over there.
Yeah, man. I miss father strength. I went him did there for our day. Father strength.
You know the PMP them boy. PMP them giving them just.
I wonder if you come long.
Me not so good at me not so quick past speech now, so you not gonna hear me more time.
Oh, me I wonder if I lost and found. Then find you over lost and found. Yeah, man, but
sometimes it's
PMP don't get to hear there, man. PMP are propaganda.
Get to me, Ed Bridgerin.
No, forward here, Father Strength Company in live and a ball say people in can't manage the people in the community because people in my ball about the road. And I say road can't eat. Me know you back Father Strength. Father Strength, I make the people and get to him. Get emotional about the ball.
PMP head too tough, yeah, man.
Let's say,
PNP them head too tough, brother. The party, the PNP party have created a culture, have created a mental culture in the people them in such a manner that them can't see more than some dinner. And go then night dinner they can't see. They can't see nothing no more.
Yeah, but Father Strength
and that they creating the people them night dinner.
A big problem that you know.
Did they know that people can't control people? Remember Jim Jones?
That's why you see me here talking.
Excellent.
Here, crew, as I say, I call you think a joke, a true matter.
Yo, man, I wonder if I brainwash them people here.
Brainwash them.
Listen, kid. Let me tell you, repeat this. Kind of I say the same thing over and I ask the same question. PMP communists are indoctrinated people.
Yeah, man.
communists, pana all they must understand communist brethren. That's why they never like woman. If you check the history of communists, they don't put woman in a position. That's why they don't like woman at them party. That's why PNP don't like woman at them party. And
When
them
a man
there.
say I go follow a man to hell and back in a
Communists
big
that deal
man.
with them something. They're not dealing with woman to get position on them something there.
Hey, well, look, you know, the
Them
last time.
doctrinated brethren. PNP
Well,
are
look, you know,
communist mentality. Mike and
Roman,
Manley. Yeah.
Roman, look, you know, the last time I did on live, I listen to a live on a For You page. I hear a man say, my goal in no time for tell we him plan. Him just sit down there think, because we know him have great plans for the future of Jamaica. So him now go come tell we no plan.
Upon the For You page, you there?
Yeah, brethren. I mean, listen to me, I say,
Me did there right. Me did there right there. Me did there right. You did there right there with my chat that.
That's why
And I
here, Chuck.
came on ask him.
Yeah, Chuck said, yes, yeah, Chuck said, PNP don't have plan, brethren. They are dictators. Them don't have economical plan. They don't have
win an
nothing.
election and then just wing it.
No, but how can a man come and say? No, but how can a man come and say?
They want to power by the fall. Them a sound fire party, brethren. Puss in a bag. That's why they can't tell them nothing. Use plan. Time come and them thing there and punchline and use artists and entertain and them stuff there. They are a populist party.
The one thing that the PNP want to do is to win an election, nothing more.
Yes.
That's all they want.
I wish you never win the election.
That's why communists. That's why communists use them slogan, power. It's all about power for them. Anyway, they can get it, power.
Listen to me,
power.
PNP will never win the next election as long as they live in Jamaica.
Plank. Nobody said that, you know, because you forgot who walk among us. Come on, man. You know, see a man come say the problem, Andrew let's take thief bank account from the country. And that him saying, you never hear that look a while.
Me didn't get that call.
They're not cultists, my brethren.
Brethren, and you have
a broad brush thing about Jamaican people. Jamaican people is not support not the PNP them.
If me in the panel live as he says so, I'm happy to come out.
Go and get kicked off.
Then kick
him off for But the thing is, you think you have these type of people, because PNP turn from morning till now.
Yes, they're indoctrinated, they're cultists.
Remember, communist people don't have plans in the regime. Because remember, they want to control the people.
Excellent. That may I tell you excellent.
Hold on there, Chromas.
Yes, sir.
I wish part Bondong at town again this evening.
Pernell Charles.
I just there so alone Bondong.
Pernell Charles. No, your place on an next place around National Road. Don't Marcus Gabo and Warehouse. What's the catch fire out to the two?
So why Pernell Charles has a Bondong? That's that.
Warehouse on Ashana Road today. Marcus Gabo drive and Warehouse.
PNP number one place them man.
Hey, go on today. As if even made up on the news.
Chromas, that place where the accident happened up at Tarantan Parkway, this your zone this that near you?
No, we live on the RPG. I'm more like with them one.
Chromas, don't talk where you live, my boy. Just tell you not live near there.
But for you see that building there, all the whole building look like it's home. Far long.
Mr. Brother. Dark night, a Mark Golden go there with tractor go lick down his step.
No, listen, you see that house, listen, you see that house. Listen, them house, look, give me beg a talk about it. Listen to what I said to you. That them house there, built from the 19th up to 1970, 2. When the Jamaica, and our name there, father built them there. Tavares father build them the Ministry of Housing. Look how much generation, all of them also when they didn't build a good people that own them and them something. And when they run with the people them and burn them out and run the labor that who control the house them, then capture them also from them time there. And generation upon generation from the 60s come and so we expect it must have a crumble. I now maintain.
But if you're not pay for maintain it, who you want to take up money maintain it?
But plan, may I tell us that I capture it. Most of them are captured through politics.
Then cannot blame the government if I capture them, capture it because them living free.
That's why they turn
Everybody
that
want
garrison. Why believe it turn that garrison? Capture them,
but
capture it.
but
Who
everybody
responds to the people them there supposed to take responsibility for what happened there?
But
no
from
man,
the
I
day
only
them capture it, what
no
I say
only
plan? From the day them capture it, what I say plan? Let's say I say. From the day them capture it, from the first generation, how much decades gone from 1960 come to 1970?
them should I have one
More
them
than
should I have
four
some
decades. More than
right.
4 decades.
You want to say
Chromas.
that them the about
5
1960 them the
decades.
But this is what me I say chromas. Them
Yeah.
should have somebody will live on the building where them a pay some money to keep do maintenance on the building. So the
no
building will drop because them a live free.
PMP
but
people
plank
and then
that
they don't
wouldn't
believe in
work
a pay
plank.
nothing, you know.
Yes, but
No,
plank.
that
So
wouldn't work
Chucks.
because that's a
what
proper structural
so
engineering
he
work.
building them fi tear down with them.
Yes,
No,
that's
no,
then Chucks, you
But
know that's how you got capture them, capture
plank, what me
the
are trying to
good people,
plank? You have
then
to,
chase them out.
this is what
The
you have to
original owners
understand.
then chase out them people out of the place
Hold
through
on,
politics
these
and
people.
I can't get that. I can't
What are the
get
demon?
one
It's a one
second.
thing I come. One thing I come. These people control by those politicians, big man, and them respond to the people them because the people them not vote for nobody else but them. So them have to respond to that, them have to fix the place, and them have to do everything for them and for them people.
So why don't him answer Mark and go blame my
So,
government now?
well,
Him not
It's
get
a
money, him not
politics.
get money for his constituency.
It's all politics.
I say something. So why do not understand?
Tell me,
Everything,
because we are handicapped.
everything where the PNP have, I got collapse because if the PNP couldn't service them one party and it collapse, why else in a feast you got stand up?
So
And
when they
and
have
the people
DB,
them soon collapse. And on a serious note, I'm talk like a joke, right? The people them not believe in a development, they not believe in a improvement. Them believe say, look, if a shock we live in, we are staying a hit until we get like a handout.
But you
And
know,
if
so
we,
they go in the two local governments.
huh?
You know, so them are going to lose the two local government, the two local by election.
Them have to lose it. Have to lose it. But what may I say? What may I
we
say?
see
Them are going to lose it.
What may I
we
say?
see my brethren
You know,
them big.
look on the road where the people them have. Them in them own country. Them say them want to run Jamaica now. And look on the road where the people them have in them
What's the
country.
war in Jamaica, my brethren?
In a service. You know,
One
not
Jamaica, one
do for me.
Jamaica to the ground.
I'm gonna
Right?
explain something to her again.
Well, I know. And I look on the infrastructure where them they have before. Right? The hospital, the police force. Then the piece I wish part people live them on the service, brother.
Listen to me answer again. Chucks,
In pocket.
Chucks, I want you back up on this. When them house, if I don't get rid of the original people, they run out of the place. Those house still the pan government pan name there. Pan record for government for people for service or for do anything.
But that's the name if then the pan record. I wait if they are
The house, they get rid of them garrison the place then and get rid of the original people. Because the good peace citizen when they get house them first or whatever. Then get rid of them and garrison and turn the place in a garrison. You understand what I say? Because if them time I capture that generation upon generation. It took me one of them the houses still upon the government books them. Record.
There must be. There must be done somewhere.
There's a pan record, man. But the thing is, funny years, not even a pay job them not get, you know.
Then the pan books in about
You know, every Christmas people paint up them community. Not even a paint job them building not get.
From your look
Yes.
for the country, you can see.
The point of me I try to make business government is really busy about them the building again if I can capture them and take them over. Okay?
No, because
As a government have a business with them, you know, but we expect people to build themselves.
That's true.
But
That's true.
guys, listen, my battery are dead faster than it a charge, so I have to go charge it up and start back later. But we have to go over politics and sport, you know. We just start up already.
All right, Chucks.
Yeah, man. So meet us over politics and sport, people. Bless us for them.